Hello everyone, welcome back. In this video, we will see few more questions related to SAP GRC Emergency Access Management module. In the last video, we covered few of them. Few more questions let us try to see in this video. As I am telling in every video, it is not that the interviewer always asks the same questions, and even though they ask the same question but may expect the answer in a different way. So this video is only for the informational purpose and for the knowledge sharing only. FF user has executed some transactions using firefighter ID, but controller has not received the notification or the firefighter log review request in the workflow. So what could be the reason? First most easiest thing we will tell is the log sync job has not run properly. So we will check first firefighter log sync job. So we will regenerate it so that the logs will be generated, and workflow job we will check. So workflow is triggered, then it will go to the firefighter controller. Majorly these two will be the reasons. Other than that, we also need to check whether that controller is assigned to this firefighter ID or not, whether the firefighter controller has the required access to view the request and approve the request or not. And third one is whether the firefighter controller is maintained for the notification purposes in the MSMP workflow for firefighter log request review workflow or not, and what is the setting we have done for firefighter controllers in GRC setup. So these are also checks we have to do. So based on all these, it will work. How many ways I can assign a firefighter ID to the firefighter user? Obviously, it is very simple. You can assign in two ways. One is via GRC request. So there should be a setup of the workflow for raising a firefighter ID request under SAP Access Request workflow in MSMP, so that the firefighter user can raise a GRC request for any firefighter ID. Or the other way is admin way. Via administration of GRC, you can go into NWBC and assign that firefighter ID to the required firefighter user. Till how many days can I give a firefighter ID to the user? This is specific to a project. Maybe 1 day or 3 days or 5 days or 1 month, depends on the project, and that setting by default how many days it should be given also can be done in the parameters. Firefighter logs, what all it covers. So this also we can do in the parameters, and we can select it should cover only transactional logs or OS logs or DB logs, etc. Most of the times the interviewer asks, can you explain the process of firefighter ID setup, what you have done in your project, or generically explain it. So this covers complete EAM concept. We need to give clearly the steps. So basic foremost step is configuration of parameters, SPRO 4000 series parameters, whether it is role based, ID based, and what is the role we are using to identify firefighter to be specified in 4010, and which we are using, whether centralized or decentralized, that is 4015. These parameters are required. Second thing, we need some synchronization jobs, FF workflow jobs, and as well as the FF log sync jobs. These jobs should be activated. Third, MSMP workflows need to be set up for FFID log request review, and in SAP Access Request Management we want a workflow for firefighter ID request as well. So these are the prerequisites required before we start EAM module. Once the prerequisites are done, we need to create firefighter ID, firefighter user, firefighter owner, firefighter controller, and reason codes. These 5 are the key elements of this EAM process. Firefighter ID, this is a service ID. Firefighter IDs are created in the connector systems, which are having elevated access when compared to the dialog IDs. It is not that there will be a single firefighter ID for all the modules. Each and every module will have its own firefighter ID. Like finance will have finance firefighter ID, and procurement will have procurement firefighter ID, and sales and distribution will have their own firefighter ID. Doesn't mean that a firefighter ID will have a star as authorization for all the objects. So firefighter ID is one which is a service ID created in the connector system. The next one is firefighter user. A firefighter user is a person who logs to the system and uses that firefighter ID. So firefighter user can be in GRC system, or firefighter user can be in the connector system. If we are using centralized, firefighter user will be in the GRC system. If you are using decentralized, this firefighter user also will be in the connector system. This firefighter user is a dialog user. For firefighter ID which is in the connector system, compulsory you need to assign the role what you specified in 4010. For firefighter users, you have to give the access to use a firefighter ID. There is a common standard role, GRC underscore super user management underscore user. That role is given to the firefighter users. Now, firefighter owner and controller. These firefighter owner and controller will be created in the GRC system, and for them the required roles are to be assigned. For owner, there is a super user management owner role, and for controller, super user management controller role. So these two roles are to be assigned to the owner and controller specifically in the GRC system. And the reason codes. Reason codes are most important for us, which are created in the GRC system. Reason codes are specific to the connector. It is not that same reason code should be there for all the connectors. So if you have 3 connector systems, you can have 3 different reason codes for each and every connectors. The firefighter IDs, owners, users, controllers, reason codes, once they are ready, now we will start the process. First and foremost step is synchronization of data, that is firefighter ID synchronization required. So run the repository object sync to the connector systems, which will sync all the firefighter IDs to the GRC system. If you are using decentralized, the firefighter users are also need to be synced to the GRC system. Then only we can find the firefighter IDs. Once synchronization is done, firefighter IDs are available in the GRC system. Now once they are available, I cannot assign directly the firefighter ID to the user. First, I need to assign the owner and controller to the firefighter IDs. Then only I can assign to the user. So how can I do that? Foremost important thing, before assigning this firefighter ID or the controller to the firefighter IDs, you need to first identify them as firefighter owner and controller in access control owners. So in NWBC, under setup, under access control owners, first mark the firefighter owner and controller. Once you mark them, then you can assign that owner and controller to the respective firefighter IDs. So we have the firefighter ID synced. We identified the firefighter owner and controller. We assigned the firefighter ID owner and controller. Now I can assign the firefighter ID to the firefighter user in the admin mode. After assignment of firefighter ID to the firefighter user, the user will log in via firefighter ID, will execute the transactions. Then we need to run the sync job, log sync job, ff log sync job to synchronize the logs, firefighter logs. Then only the controller will receive the logs for the review. This is the overall EAM process. So these are all the most frequently asked interview questions based on EAM module. There might be multiple questions as well. If you know any questions, or if you have faced any EAM related new questions, please post it in the comment. It might be useful for somebody else. So thanks for watching. For more videos on interview questions, subscribe to the channel. Thank you.